world of marketing, advertising, branding, it's often just this wild world of combinations that we're grabbing at, grasping at, hoping that somehow we're lucky enough to get the right combination. Like a lottery, we hope that our ticket will be drawn and sales will just come pouring in. Unfortunately, like the lottery, that rarely, if ever, happens. So what we end up doing is just spending advertising dollars over and over every month, just hoping that something will stick. We never take the time to pause. We have to pause and step outside of what we see every day, to step out further than even what our customers see, but all the way back to what the world sees. When someone comes to our company or our business, what do they see? When they're online at night, what does that website look like? When they meet you at a trade show, does that booth reach the elevation of what they're expecting? Those are the pieces that we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about your brand. Now, what is a brand? I like to describe a brand as everything. It's every piece that makes your company who it is. It's your website, it's your logo, but it's so much more than that. It's the sign outside, it's the smell when you walk in the office, it's the smile they're greeted with, and the voicemail message they listen to when they gave you a call. It's your color palette, it's your business card, it's your sales pieces, it's your PowerPoint presentation that you can't wait to share in front of a group. All of these elements and so many more make up a brand. But what happens is, sadly, the brand foundation is not in place. We're building a marketing strategy. We're building an advertising plan with no solid foundation. So as these plans fail, and as quarters go by without results, and as salespeople come knocking on our door and we just say yes because we don't know what else to do, this ground continues to shake. So today we're going to talk about pausing and making sure that the foundation of your brand is built. That it is built so strong that you can't wait to give out your website. That when someone asks for your business card, you hand them not only one for themselves, but one to pass along, because you know that this card is so unique that it will not end up in a trash can. You need to have a promotional video that shares the energy, the excitement, the twinkle in your eye that you have in person, because we're not just selling to the person in front of us. Those days are long gone. You can be the best salesperson in the world, but the person we're selling to also has a spouse. They have a business partner. They have an assistant and a team. So you can be as charismatic as you can be in person, getting a yes right on the spot. But when they go back and they try to bring that excitement to their office, to share all the ideas you had with the team, and they're pulling up your website, and they're pulling up your photo, and they're pulling up a video, you can see the excitement fade if consistency is not there. Oftentimes our brand is the last thing that we focus on. It's a busy world and we have so much to do. And then we wonder, why aren't these sales coming in? If you think of it this way, marketing is the handle of a bucket. It is the day-to-day communication that you tell the world who you are. In marketing, you might tell the world what you have going on, your hours, your specials. It's what the world needs to know to come to you. That's a handle of a bucket called marketing. The bucket itself is your brand. It has to be the most important part. It has to be solid with the foundation of your color, your brand, your office, your doormat when you walk in the front door that is all cohesive. Because that is what builds the trust that is needed for a sale. When all the pieces align, a trust is built like no other. You trust that this company is going to come through when they say they're going to. that the price is going to be what they promise. You can trust them that no matter what happens, they're going to have the customer service to back you up. So we have the handle of our day-to-day marketing, the bucket of our brand, and then we have the advertising. Advertising is what we pour in, the water that we pour into this bucket to expedite everything that we're doing, to build momentum behind the sales that we have, to reach a market bigger than we could ever imagine. But if that brand is not in place, little holes appear. As your website gets outdated, a pen poke is pointed into that bucket and water leaks through. Advertising dollars are disappearing before your eyes. Let's say that you change your hairstyle, but you can't quite pause or make time to make a new promotional video. Another poke is made in that bucket, and advertising dollars seek out. As your brand becomes more and more outdated, as things change, prices change, locations change, team members change, more pokes are made in this bucket. Before you know it, your advertising budget is gone, and you don't know where it went. The sales are not coming in like they used to, and you can't put your finger on why. As trade shows come up or conferences, we try to tape these buckets shut. We make photocopies, we use whiteout, we do whatever we can just to make it to that next deadline. But the holes are still there. But don't worry, there is hope. What I would encourage you to do is just take a deep breath and pause. Look at your brand from an outsider's perspective. Take a few steps back. Step back far enough to see your brand as your customers do. Step back even farther to see how the world sees your company. Look at all the pieces that make up your brand and notice with a magnifying glass those little holes that may be made. And once you see the holes, don't ignore them. Pause. Pause the water, the advertising dollars that you're pouring in. Just pause. It's okay. Take the dollars that you would spend to advertise your company and build the foundation of the brand. Buy a new bucket. Make sure that the pieces that you have, you are so proud of that you can't wait to shout from a mountaintop. You can't wait for people to see everything that you have. And when you can do that, when you can take the time to focus on the foundational brand, that will be the foundation that everything else can grow upon. And the sky is a limit for a business like that.